Sakari.
We are the children of the one Yahweh.
The chosen.
Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his love to us. Now everything belongs to us.
Oh, praise it. Shalom, shalom Israel, shalom Yasharala. First and foremost, I want to say Kol Haloyim, like Yahweh by Hashem HaMashiach Malach Yahushai. That's all praises to the Most High God Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? It's your brother Yashemaiah coming back at you with another lesson, right, from Sakari, New York. Topic of today's lesson is based on light, right? The different aspects of light and how you need to organize and put forth your light that's within yourself, right? I've been kind of slacking on the videos lately. We already know what it is. You gotta kind of pick up the pace, right? So I'm about to jump right into it. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 27 and verse 1. The Lord is my light, right? So first and foremost, the Most High is our light, right? The Most High is the one that illuminates us and puts His brightness upon us, right? That's first and foremost. The Lord Yahweh is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Right? So we don't need to be afraid of nothing, nobody, no man, because the Most High is our light. And if the Most High is our salvation and our strength, then who do we have to fear? Nobody. Not Satan, not no man, not no heathen, nobody but the Most High God. Right, let's go to the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 22 and verse 29. It says, "For thou art my lamp, O Lord, and the Lord will lighten my darkness." Because a lot of us as Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are engulfed in darkness. So the Most High, being our light, is the one to be able to lighten that darkness and shed light upon us in our times of need, and you know what I'm saying, while we're being blinded by this corrupted world. Right, so let's go to the next precept. Right, let's go to Genesis chapter 5 verse 1. Right, because we gotta be examples also. Same way the Most High is an example to us, we got to be an example to others, right? Book of Psalms, it's like Genesis chapter 5 verse 1. It says, "This is the book of the generations of Adam, in the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him." Right? So we're created in the likeness of God. So if the Most High is our lamp and our light, then what do we have to do? We got to be a light also to the people who may not have that light, to the people who are not aware of this knowledge and this truth. We got to be that light the same way the Most High is our light, right? We got to be that strength for others who are, you know what I'm saying, brokenhearted, just like the gospel says, to the brokenhearted, right? In fact, it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 61 and verse 1. So the Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. Right, so I'm saying we are bound in these prisons physically and spiritually, right? Onto the meek and onto the brokenhearted, right? So if the Most High is that light to us, we got to be that same light to our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right, let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 2 and verse 19. All right, and it reads, "And art confident that thou thyself art a guide of the blind." Right? We are that guide to the blind. Right? A light of them which are in darkness. So we have to guide the blind, and we're that light to those people that are in darkness, those people that are in sin, that don't know what's going on in this world. So I'm saying caught up in this world, doing folly and madness. Right, so let's go to Deuteronomy. So being that guide to the blind or darkness, how are you supposed to act towards the blind? All right, Deuteronomy 27 and verse 18. All right, it says, "Cursed be he that maketh the blind to wander out of the way." So curse you if you got this knowledge and this truth and you're not pushing it and pushing forward. You see what I'm saying? That's why this is so spiritual. All right, this is why brothers gotta get on top of things. You know what I'm saying? Go to camp, make videos. I'm just saying, push this truth, push it out. Because if you just letting the blind walk into a hole, see what I'm saying? You got this light, you got all this knowledge that the Most High gave you. You need to be able to flip that and double it and give and feed the flock. Right? So it said, "Cursed be he that cursed be he that maketh the blind to wander out of the way, and all the people shall say, Amen." Right? So cursed if you letting these people walk in darkness. Right? And you not being that guide to the blind, because that's what we got to be in this truth, a guide to the blind and a light of them that are in darkness, the same way the Most High is that light to us when we were in that darkness. Right? So let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 11 and verse 34. All right, and it reads, "The light of the body is in the eye." It's like, "The light of the body is the eye. Therefore, when thine eye is single, thy whole body also is full of light. But when thine eye is evil, thy body is full of darkness." And we already know what that evil eye is. See what I'm saying? When you got that evil eye, you're engulfed in darkness. And that's one of the curses that's put upon our people. Right? Deuteronomy 28 verse 54. "So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate," because there was a once upon a time where we were able to say, "Hey brother, how's your family? How's your mom? How's your dad? How's your kids? How the house doing?" You know what I'm saying? "How's the cattle? How's the business going?" We could talk to anybody like that. Nowadays, we can't do none of that no more. Now it's, "Who are you? I don't know you. Why are you talking to me?" Right? "So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate," right? We used to be delicate towards one another. Right? Tender towards one another. "His eye shall be evil toward his brother." Right? And that's a curse upon our people. Right? And when you carry on that cursing, when you, got that evil eye towards your brother, you're full of darkness now. Right? Even if you claim to be in the truth and you still got an evil eye towards your brother, you in that darkness. And you need the Most High to bring you out of that. Right? Let's get this, right? Let's put Isaiah. Let's look at Isaiah chapter 8. Right in verse 20, it said, "To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them." Right? If you were speaking according to this word, you would know that you're not supposed to have that evil eye. Right? But if you got that evil eye, you full of darkness. And there's no light in you. Right? Because you're not speaking according to this word. And you're not living according to this word. Because there's more than talking it. You got to talk the talk and walk the walk. Right? You got to, live what you're preaching to other people. Right? Don't be a damn hypocrite. All right? Let's go to the book of Isaiah 59. All right, Isaiah 59. I'm going to start at verse 9. All right, it says, "Therefore is judgment far from us." That judgment is justice. Our people say, "No justice, no peace." Right? That justice is far from us. The judgment that's supposed to get put on those other nations are far from our people. Right? Let's read why. "Neither doth justice overtake us. We wait for the light." Yeah, we're like, "Oh, no justice, no peace. Oh, where's our reparations? Da 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 da. Oh, black people this, Hispanic people that." Right? We wait for the light, but behold obscurity. For brightness, but we walk in darkness. So we wait for the light and jack that, oh, we're at the bottom, whatever, and complain all the time and ask for liberty. Pray to the Most High to deliver you out of these things, right? Even though you don't even know the Most High's name, but then you still want to walk in darkness. You still want to break every single commandment. But then it's, oh, why would the Most High forsake us? See what I'm saying? Our people are just a bunch of hypocrites. All right, let's go to John chapter 3, verse 19. All right, book of John chapter 3, verse 19. It said, and this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than the light, because their deeds were evil. See what I'm saying? Even though you're saying no justice, no peace, you don't want, and you say you want the light, you don't want it because you uphold that darkness. You your deeds are evil, and you rather stay in that darkness and complain, right, like a little girl, than actually start keeping the commandments and see results coming from the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? Read verse 20. I'm reading verse 20 in the NLT, right? It says, John chapter 3, verse 20 in the NLT, it says, all who do evil hate the light and refuse to go near it, for fear their sins will be exposed. So the reason y'all just want to complain and then not do nothing about it and say, oh, we want the light, we want the Most High, we want these reparations, we want these good things to come upon us. You hate the light, you hate the light, the law, statutes, and commandments. See what I'm saying? You hate the Most High. We're going to get into that. You hate the light, you hate these law, statutes, and commandments, right? And you refuse to go near the law, statutes, and commandments. You refuse to read the Bible for what it is, right? And understand that you breaking all these laws is going to condemn you, right? Because you don't want your sins to be exposed. You don't want to stop eating pork. You don't want to stop being effeminate. You don't want to stop eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. You don't want to stop lusting after your neighbor's wife, coveting after your neighbor's wife, right? You don't want to stop murdering. You don't want to stop, being a damn adulterer, selling weed to your people. Because y'all just wise to do evil, right? And y'all hate the light because y'all don't want to be exposed. A lot of people in the world, once you start rebuking them, they get mad because they know and they soul what they doing is wrong, but they don't want to be exposed, right? Just like you could say, let's say a CEO, he don't want to go on no trial, or he don't want to go get talked to or questioned for fear that he's going to be exposed for what he's doing is wrong. Just like our people. We don't want to, y'all don't never want to talk to no Israelites, because y'all know they're going to condemn you and they're going to rebuke you, and y'all hate it, right? The same way, right? Let me show you. Let's get this, right? Genesis 3 and verse 10. And it says, and he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. So the same way Adam heard the prophets telling, about to rebuke him, right? The Lord through the prophets rebuking Adam. He said he was afraid. And he hid himself because he was naked and he was in sin. Right? That's what naked means. He was in sin. Right? He was afraid to be exposed from his sins. That's why he hid from the prophets and from the Lord. That's the same thing our people do. You know what I'm saying? No new thing under the sun. Our people do the same thing. Right? So let's read John 3:21 in the NLT. Right? It says, but those who do what is right come to the light. If you're doing what's right, you're going to come to the light. Right? You're going to come back to the Most High. Right? So others can see that they are doing what God wants. You come to these laws, statutes, and commandments. You come to the Most High so that other people can see that he's doing what the Most High wanted to do. He's not being wicked. He's not being an adulterer. See what I'm saying? Right? Let's go to what's it called? Deuteronomy. Right? 6 and verse 4. Because this even also applies for the other nations. You know what I'm saying? And not only just for our people, like, yo, look, this is a wise man. He's doing what the Lord wants. Because our people, frankly, they don't care if we doing what the Lord wants. They don't want to do what the Most High wants. They hate it. Right? They hate the Most High. And they love Satan and they love death. Right? That's why 2/3 of our people got to die for the rebellious side. Because they're so rebellious. Right? The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5. And it says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that you should do in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. So when we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, this is our wisdom, right? And our understanding when other people look at us and say, wow, these people are so wise. Look at their wisdom and understanding. They're actually doing what God wants them to do, right? Oh, let me be like them, right? To our people, yo, let me be like him. Yo, he's not out here killing his people. He's not out here selling crack to his people, right? He's not out here trying to take a nigga bitch, right? It says, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So even the other nations, when we keep on our law, statutes, and commandments, they say, wow, these people are wise. But how do they look at us now? Oh, these black niggers. Oh, these wetbacks, these porch monkeys, these spics. They don't care about us. They look at us like we simple and stupid. You know why? Because we not keeping no law, statutes, and commandments. Right? Verse 7. For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them? He said, yo, what nation is so great that the Most High is so near to them? The Most High is so close to them. Right? When we're keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. Right? Because the Most High is far from Israel right now. See what I'm saying? What are so-called Black Hispanics and Native Americans doing today? They're not doing now one thing the Most High wants them to do. Right? As the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for, right? So let's get back into what I was saying earlier about people hating the light, right? People hating the law, statutes, and commandments, because there's different aspects of light, right? You got the Most High, right? You got us, you got the commandments, right? Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 23, right? And it reads, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. See what I'm saying? The law is also the light. The law is perfect, and the law is that light. Most High is that light, gives us the light, gives us these laws, statutes, and commandments. So we could do what? Keep the light and put forth and give y'all the light. See what I'm saying? There's different aspects of these lights, and we got to be the ones to be able to put forth that light onto our people, right? To wake them up and get them out of darkness, right? It said, and reproofs and instruction are the way of life, right? Because a lot of people, they don't like to be reproved, but the reproof and instruction are a way of life. This is how you live. You got to get rebuked. If you got a little kid drawing on the wall, you're going to beat him, you're going to slap him. Yo, you can't do that. Now he got reproved. Now he knows that that's not the way to go, right? If you eating pork and eating shrimp, crab, and lobster, and we tell you, yo, that's not the way to live, now you know to stop doing that again, right? To forsake that, right? So let's go to Psalms. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 105, right? And it reads, the word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path, right? So, you know what I'm saying? This corrupted world is literally just darkness, right? So we just walking in darkness. But when we keep the Most High's word and his law, statutes, and commandments, it's a lamp to us. If you're in a dark alley and you got a lamp, it's lighting up your way. That's how you're going to be able to see what's in front of you, see what's next to you, see what's behind you. With that lamp, and guess what that lamp is? Guess what that light is? The Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, and the Most High's word. Right? That's how we get through this wicked-ass kingdom. That's how we're going to get through this and make it to the kingdom Yahweh willing. Keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments and girded and strong in this truth. right? So let's go to Job. Right, we're gonna go to Job because, like I said, even though there's good lights, and you got bad lights. Right, you got dim lights. You don't want to have, let's talk about that real quick. You don't want to have no dim light. Right? Let's get this. Book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Right? So you don't want to be cold. You want to be either cold. Listen, if you cold, not in this thing, get out of here. Don't fake like you in it. See what I'm saying? Don't waste nobody's time. Don't try to make yourself look good for somebody else. If you not in it, just leave. But if you in it, don't be a nigga and don't be 50-50 lukewarm. Don't be that dim light that nobody wants to use. Right? That dim light in the kitchen that barely work. Don't be that light. You want to be that strong light that everybody can see. See what I'm saying? One of those strobe lights that everybody can see. Don't want to be no dim light. No candle underneath the bed. Right? So if you're going to be cold, you'll be cold. Get out. You want to be hot and on fire for this thing, man. Right? Because if you lukewarm, Yahushua going to spew out his mouth, man. Yahushua ain't going to be dealing with you. Right? So don't be lukewarm. Don't be that dim light. Either you're going to be that light that's off or the light that's shining. Don't be that dim one. Right? So let's go to the book of Job, chapter 18 and verse 5. Verse 5, right? It says, yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out. Because, listen, we got a light. But these wicked niggas also got a light. See what I'm saying? But they light gonna be put out. You understand? And the spark of his fire shall not shine. So these wicked, even though America is upholding wickedness, all that wicked light is gonna be put out. Right? With thermonuclear fire. All the nations get put to death in America, and all the 2/3 get put to death. Right? All they light gonna be put out. Right? Because the Most High not dealing with that. Right? Verse 6. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle. So their light is just gonna be dark. Right? Their light is that darkness. Right? It said, and his candle shall be put out with him. So his light, his dark candle, the wicked and they dark candle, they're going to be put out with him. Showing you, well, all these wicked niggas, they going to die. All right, and America's going to be destroyed with thermonuclear fire. Right? Let's get the book of Romans, right? Go back to Romans chapter 1. All right, Romans 1 and verse, I'm going to say 21, right? It says, because that when they knew God, matter of fact, yeah, I'm going to start at verse 21. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God. Right? So a lot of people, they think they know the Most High. They think know who God is, but they don't, or they know who God is, but they don't glorify him as the Most High. They don't glorify him as Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Calling him Ahaya, calling him Yahuwah, whatever. Yeshua. That's not his name. His name is Yahweh, right? By Hashem Mashiach Yahushai, right? It says, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations. A lot of people become vain in their imagination, thinking that, I have people saying, oh, they're the Most High. How you the Most High? You didn't create nothing. See what I'm saying? The Most High created you. You talking about you the Most High. It don't make no sense. Right? It says, but became vain in their imagination. They out here thinking they the Most High. They out here thinking that they the ruling over everybody. See what I'm saying? Even though we're gods, we not the Most High God. Right? thinking that these damn rocks and these stones, right, and these fat people, dumpling looking ass, Moabites is God. Anybody dealing with that, right? It says in their foolish heart, because they're just a bunch of fools, simple fools. See what I'm saying? Was darkened, right? They foolish heart was darkened. They wicked light is gonna get put out because they not observing and worshiping Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai, right? 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. And it reads, but ye are a chosen generation, talking about the Israelites. Only the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody else, not everybody in the world, only the Israelites, right? Are a chosen generation. A royal priesthood and holy nation. The Most High made 18 nations and only chose one nation, right? Which is Israel. Showing you what? This is only talking about Israel. Right? Not different nations coming together. Has nothing to do with no inclusion. See what I'm saying? Everything is separated. Everything is division. Right? A peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praise of him who hath called you out of the darkness. So you got to be happy that the Most High didn't put your wicked spirit out and it's like, you should be happy that the Most High didn't just take you out of this life, right? Or made you corrupt and gave you strong delusion and just make you dark. See what I'm saying? And just put you in darkness, right? You got to be happy that the Most High called you out of that darkness, right? Because many are called, few are chosen. And the Most High is calling us right now. Called us out of that darkness to do what? To receive his light and give others his light. To feed his flock that light, right? Into his marvelous light. See what I'm saying? Called us out of the darkness of this wicked society to bring us into his marvelous and beautiful, luminous light, right? And that's what we're in right now, right? And all praises to the Most High for that. That he called us to be able to know this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because before the truth, we don't know nothing, right? We're nobody. We're still nobody, right? But before the truth, we literally don't know anything. But I'm glad the Most High woke me up and waking so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans up to this truth, right? Because this is our heritage. See what I'm saying? This ain't no religion, right? This is our heritage. This is our book. By Israelites, for Israelites, to Israelites, and only Israelites. All right? So let's get the book of Matthew. Get the book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 14, right? It says, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Right, man? We Israelites, man, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, man, woman, and child, are that light to the world. Right, but guess what? You got to actually come to the light to be that light to the world. You can't stay in darkness and think your wicked light gonna prevail over the Most High's. The Most High is gonna darken it, dim it, and put away with it, right? And you're gonna be destroyed along with those wicked ideologies and that wicked darkness, right? Verse 15. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, right? You're not gonna take a candle and just hide it. See what I'm saying? You're gonna put it on a candlestick and let people see the light. What I look like lighting up a candle and then putting it under my bed. The room is going to be dark. I'm going to take that candle and put it on the dresser. See what I'm saying? Right? And it giveth light unto all that are in the house. So when we receive this truth, we can't take this truth for granted and say, okay, I got this knowledge. Okay, all I'm going to do is just keep the law, statutes, and commandments and I'm good. Bro, you got to feed the flock. Go to camp. See what I'm saying? Make these videos. Do whatever you can to tell these blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that we the chosen people, right? And that we got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and come to the Most High's marvelous light, right? Can't just keep it hid. Can't keep it hidden from everybody. What you think the Most High asks you what you do with that light I gave you, what you gonna say? I held on to it? Oh, I put it under the bed, so under the bed could be light. Remember, those are not dealing with that. See what I'm saying? The Most High wants you to feed His flock, and the Most High wants you to give that light to all your fellow Israelites, man. Right? And that's love. Right? We're proving our people that's love. Giving them this light, that's love. A lot of people like to say, oh, I love you. But do they really love you? Are they telling you that what you're doing could lead you to be destroyed? No. But the people you say are niggas on the block, and oh, you got no job, get a life. We're the ones who actually love you, though. See what I'm saying? Verse 16, though. It says, let your light so shine before men. So we got to let our light shine before everybody. Right? We got to let them know they got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. We got to let them know that they got to serve with all honor and glory Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Right? And nobody else. Right? That they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So when they see us letting our light shine, they say, wow, I could really serve Yahweh Yahushai. Because look what He did to this man. Look what He did to this sister. Look how we changed this man's life around. See what I'm saying? So with that, I want to say, call Halom like Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? All praise to the Most High God. Shalom, Israel. Shalom.